If you're still unsure about manifestation, we're joined by the neuroscientist who says it really works.
After years of research, Dr. Tara Swart says it's possible to rewire our brains to align with our goals and turn even our wildest dreams into a reality. She's joining us now. This is very exciting. So tell us, what exactly is manifestation?
So manifestation is basically knowing what you really want in life,
Right.
and then doing the things to make it come true in real life. It's actually been around forever. It's quite ancient, but it tends to have a lot of resurgences, and it's definitely really popular now.
And laws of attraction, is that the same thing as manifestation?
It's confusing.
Yeah, tell us.
So the laws of attraction, I have whittled down to 6 themes, and one of them is manifestation.
Oh, I see. So what are the other themes?
So the first one is abundance.
Right.
Because our brain tries to protect us and keep us safe. It doesn't want us to take risks.
Right.
So you've got to think, actually, it's safe for me to go out there and take a risk.
Okay.
Then the next one is manifestation, which is, okay, this is what I really want, and this is what I need to do to go and make it happen. The third one is magnetic desire, which is...
That sounds exciting.
Well, it's that you truly want it, and it's not that, like, oh, everyone else is getting married or everyone else is starting up their own business. What do you really want?
Right.
Then there's patience.
Ah.
Yeah. So when you're changing your mindset, you're changing your brain. And that means that it's building up new pathways, and that takes time. So it's easy to give up. So it's about not giving up. And the last 2 are harmony and universal connection, which basically mean we're all connected. There's resources out there for all of us. We shouldn't do anything that disadvantages someone else.
Right.
Well, I was a medical doctor.
Right.
And I was a PhD neuroscientist. So it didn't really feel like I could hold those 2 beliefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I changed career, I got divorced at the same time, and I had to search for something.
Right.
So I was interested in like psychological and spiritual evolution, Buddhism, and then I discovered what was called vision boards. But I reimagined them as action boards, because you can't just sit on the sofa and think, you know, I want to find a new husband and start up my new business and do nothing and expect it to come true.
Yes.
The difference with the science behind it is that there are things that you can do every day that bring you closer to that goal. And then you feel empowered rather than the universe sent it to me.
Yeah. So it's not about ideas just kind of falling into your lap and making a wish list and that's what's going to happen. You've actually brought in your actual, this is your well-loved, slightly peeling at the edges vision board. Talk us through.
So this was the one I made for 2016. So I'd been divorced for quite a few years by this point, complete workaholic.
Yeah.
I put a tiny heart on my 2015 vision board, but it was mostly all about work and travel, so nothing changed.
Right.
Then I thought, okay, I want to prove to myself that I can really put my heart on the line with manifestation. So I put that big engagement ring in the top left corner. I found this little advert that said joy comes out of the blue. Then there was a lot of housey stuff and some animal conservation stuff.
Yeah.
And in February 2016, I was on a plane from Joburg to London, and I met the man who I got engaged to later that year in the sky, out of the blue.
Right. Where were you sitting next to him, or somewhere? It's just on the plane?
Yeah.
That's quite a moment.
I actually remember now that I did sort of see him in the lounge, but then we did sit next to each other, but we were still quite far apart, and it was a night flight, so it's not like we got chatting.
No.
But there was an issue on the plane in the middle of the night, so then we both woke up and had to kind of speak about it.
Wow, that's actually quite romantic.
Yeah, it is.
So, but Dr. Tara, how do you go from doing this to actually getting what? Do you have to change your mindset as well?
Yes.
Or change your actions? How does it work?
I think it's the magnetic desire, because I think before I sort of thought, I kind of realized I was using work to run away from having my heart broken again.
Right.
And then when I thought, okay, I'm really going to try, I'm going to be open, it changed within a couple of months, or even less than a couple of months. And yeah, I was just open to the possibility. And the really strange thing is, when I met him, he was renovating a house in Hampshire. And when I showed him the board, he said, but that looks like our house. So the 2 lower pictures, it's crazy, yeah.
He's got penguins in the bath as well.
You were made for each other.
The bathroom and meditation room, I obviously then made like that. I wanted a meditation room. There was no chance I was going to have that in a flat in London.
No.
But because then he had this house with this sort of small room that wasn't really easy to use for anything, I said, oh, I'll take that as my meditation room.
So I'm just trying to understand the process, and for anybody who's out there who might be a skeptic, so you change your mindset, but then physically, do you change your actions too? Do you have to start kind of aiming for something and doing activities to get you to that spot?
I think you have to start by noticing.
Right.
The first thing is noticing. When did a guy try to talk to me on the plane and I shut him down?
Right.
Next time it happens, will I be more open to that? Next time, he gives me his business card, will I actually send him an email? That kind of thing. So it's taking it step by step. It's not about suddenly doing things. It is about changing your mindset first. And then it's about looking at that board every day, believing that everything on it is coming true and giving gratitude for that.
Yeah, daily gratitude you talk about as being important.
Because it moves your brain into the love-trust state with the bonding hormone oxytocin and away from the fear state that will shut you down from actually taking up opportunities.
So if when you wake up in the morning then, Tara, you start with your daily gratitudes, don't you? As soon as you open your eyes?
Breathing and gratitude. Before I open my eyes.
Before?
Literally before, because if I open my eyes and start to see stuff, I'll get distracted. So the first thing is my silk pillowcase, because obviously I'm in contact with that. So I'm like, I love my silk pillowcase. Thank you so much for my pillow. Before my brain can start chattering to me about what I've got to do that day and all the things it think could go wrong, I push it straight from the fear state into the love state.
I love it.
And then what about these notes that you write to yourself as well? I love the idea of these like little love notes that just kind of remind yourself, actually, I need to be in this state, or I need to be more positive, or tell me about some of the notes you write.
Yeah, so bathroom mirror, and then kind of around my living space, I've just got all these positive affirmations. And it's because it's so easy when you're not really thinking to default to the negative. That's why abundance is important, because our default is negative. So everywhere I look around in my home, there are statements that say, I'm powerful, I'm courageous, I'm a superstar, I'm confident, I'm beautiful. So just really, it's all these little nudges.
Yeah. Tara, can I just ask, because there will be people sitting at home and still skeptical about it. What would Dr. Tara the skeptic make of Dr. Tara now, who is doing all these things and making all these things happen?
Well, when I was a skeptic, I did my first vision board, encouraged by someone else. And the results were so incredible. And I've done about 15 now, and it just kind of gets better and better. So about that, I would say, if you do one, the worst thing that can happen is none of it comes true. It's not going to harm you.
Yeah.
So why not?
And you can do it digitally as well, can't you? Like you go on Pinterest and put a Pinterest board together. You can do it anyway. It doesn't actually have to be cut out and physically there.
No, but sometimes when you're going through magazines, you find things you didn't know you wanted. And you'll see I've left a lot of space, because I like to leave space for magic. So my brain maybe doesn't actually know what I'm capable of and what I deserve. So I allow something to come along. Like I didn't manifest being on this morning. Well, not knowingly.
That's just the magic space that you left there, Tara. That's the magic we can bring. It's been fascinating. Thank you so much for coming and sharing a little bit of that. I'm really looking forward to having that coffee that I'm going to make. It's exactly what I thought this morning
It's
as I went
like when the
downstairs.
Speakmans come on and they go, but luckily, even if you're having a bad day, then you turn around and you go, but luckily, and you're grateful for one thing.
Yeah.
That's something we've learned along